In today's video, I'm going to show you the exact way we took this direct-to-consumer brand from $0 in ad spend to well over $500 plus a day with this simple fix. These results I'm going to share with you guys is very unusual, right? It's very uncommon, especially in the competitive space or industries such as like supplements, tech wear, athleisure wear, beauty, skincare, cosmetics. Those sort of fields where it's mainly women consumer demanded. It's very difficult to create an edge or create a moat when you have so much competition, so much diversity. But what made this brand unique? The common effects of just social normalities, right? This brand has built a cult-like following. They have an audience demographic that fits what the products they sell to. When you have product market fit, you don't have to do a lot of changes. You don't have to make dramatic changes at all. Ads simply amplify your business, right? When your product has that organic presence, that community behind it, whatever product or new releases you do drop, you're gonna generate demand. You already have that in place. So then when you couple ads on top of that to acquire top of funnel brand new traffic, well, relatively speaking, you're gonna see somewhat lower CPMs, especially at scale. And now the question is, okay, how do we maintain this efficiency when we're spending $10,000 a day in ad spend? Although we're a couple of weeks in with this brand new partnership and we just launched ads on this account, I do want to clarify that these results have been the byproduct of the brand's awareness and the community they built behind, and those are learnings that we can take into other projects and how you can implement this for your brand. So let's dive into the specific breakdown. This is an ongoing case study. Now, you've been lied to by agency owners, online gurus selling a course, consultants who've never ran an ecom brand, or flashy marketers. The ancient mythology was, well, running a D2C brand only grows with paid media and you have to be direct response heavy. A lot of people who built these brands came from the drop shipping background. So when it comes to ad strategies, running heavy interest-based targeting ad sets, using cost caps, bid caps, ABO testing has been majority of the strategies that are being ran across the board, especially when you're working with an ad agency as big as some of the guys in the industry in the US market. This technology as a whole, cost caps, bid caps, ABO testing, interest-based targeting, that has been strategies and material, especially on Meta. That was tech built in like 2011, 2012, especially with the early ages of ads. And it was mainly to compete with PPC Google targeting ads, right? With Google, you could have keywords, so on and so forth. So this was like Meta's or Facebook's strategy to outcompete what was at the market at the time, Google, right? So this is where interest-based targeting, cost caps, bid caps, ABO testing. Like if you run Google ads, you know, there's a bid caps, cost caps that rank for PPC targeting. And then as a byproduct, think about it. How many D2C founders are on their first brand? Majority of founders that operate ecom brand are majority first-time founders, and they have less than 5 years of total experience in the market. So there's going to be nuances here that lead to bottlenecks within the business, or typically like growing pains. So lack of dialed front-end unit economics, no idea of manufacturing costs, ad costs, shipping, etc. What is LTV? Like some of these metrics are very nuanced and very new to a brand that's never been at a certain stage before. So what has been the change up to this point? Well, the golden era of e-commerce was from 2019 to 2021. Anyone and everyone was able to launch a product and scale pretty fast. CPMs were cheaper than ever before. There's less competition in the market. And then of course, stimulus checks flood the market. A lot of individuals were forced to stay at home due to government lockdowns. Now, majority of brands saw unexpected growth as close to 100x compared to years prior, just because it was an inflated economy. Now, what changed? For this specific brand, we're seeing sub $5 CPMs on the front end by going fully broad. Secondly, this product has market fit. If I look at the previous 2 years in sales, well over 7 figures. So the cutting edge that we have is this brand was built and backed by an influencer. So influencer marketing has a significant lift on the brand. Like for our active campaigns, we have yet to run any whitelisting ads for this Black Friday, Cyber Monday coming up, but I guarantee it when we do, we're going to see even way more efficient results because that influencer marketing tactic. Now, there has been studies shown, like if you look at public launch D2C brands, some are backed by influencers or even celebrities, and those don't pan out pretty well at all. And it's really because it really depends on market fit. And if you have an influencer supporting the brand, but also you have a community that's constantly being engaged, constantly being stimulated with organic posts and those kind of abilities to capture attention, well, then when you launch a new set of SKUs or when you run ads, you're going to see way lower CPMs. So if I had to put it all into paper, these are the results we're seeing: 4.3K in total conversion value. If I look at ROAS, even though I don't value it as a metric as much, but looking at a 4.17, and then our AOV is $78. Now we have 3 ad sets active at a maximum. The team we're working with is very lean, no agencies, it's us managing and leading direction, which is the reason why we're able to scale so efficiently. Now our strategy and how we're able to push this on a high level is we pushed a single SKU on the front end because seasonality, it's Q4, a lot of winter time for states in America, and as a byproduct we downsell them on the back end with the complementary other SKUs. Now we can do this because we have profitable unit economics. I can afford to acquire a brand new customer at $40 and make a profit, right? Based off this AOV here, right? So for us, we're seeing cheap CPM sub less than $5. And if our AOV is 74, around that $80 to $70 mark, and we're acquiring a customer at $20, $25 at a maximum $30, we're making profit. So this is why we're able to scale so hard. Is really because we have cheap CPMs. We have cheap traffic going to our landing page and it's converting. And this is what happens. We spent 1K on Meta. We're seeing over 4x returns with simplicity. But this is tied into raising the perceived value of your product in the market. You do this by building a brand that stands for a specific angle or stands for something, but also you have on the front end, you're incentivizing new customers to buy on specific offers. So now if I go back to the strategy here, we're pushing the single SKU because it's one of the best sellers, and based off seasonality, the customers wanted it, and we just pushed in a different color variation. Now I know this is seasonal. Do I believe that a 4.17 ROAS is attainable and consistent after 90 days? No, I don't believe that. I believe we'll probably go back down to like a 3x or a 2.5. Now, what I'm doing in the meantime is I'm building out a simultaneously upsell AOV bundle. And the reason why I'm building this bundle is because I know I'm playing on seasonality, but when I can put together a 4 bundle SKU where it's you buy 3, you get 1 free, or you buy 2, you get 1 free, I'm training customers to now be incentivized to now buy more product SKUs and raise the AOV. So now there's 2 ways we can go about this process. Either you raise your AOV, you raise your prices, or you try to lower your costs on the back end, you lower your NCPA. It's very difficult to do that if you don't have a community here. So most brands don't have the luxury to lower their NCPA, but you can raise your prices with creating a compelling AOV bundle. Now with this phase, our next focus is of course being diversified across multiple channels. I'm always for focusing on one single channel, optimizing everything to a T, better landing pages, split testing landing pages, better offers, better bundles before diversifying. And the reason why I want to do this is because I use these platforms coherently, right? Meta's mainly for top of funnel because I'm going broad, but when I utilize Google ads, I can run search campaigns, and this is going to capture people that might have searched the brand on Meta, right? And then from there, let's say I've maximized Google ads, I'm spending well over $10,000 a month in ad spend. Well, that might tap into YouTube ads because it's coherently the same platform. Google owns YouTube. So then you're going to see incremental lift as well on that sort of edge on that platform. And then from there, it's kind of the creative process that I've always covered before. But our main focus here is maximizing profit efficiency and gaining that competitive edge. So now I want to kind of circle back and tie this back into the main phase of how are brands able to scale, and how are we able to see these numbers, such as right here, what I have on the screen. Simplifying the ad account, going fully broad, maximum 3 ad sets. First of all, that's the easiest campaign to run, and you can scale. You can go from $0 to $500 in less than 4 days, as I've shown here. We've done it by going fully broad, CBO environment. Meta's allocating spend to what they deem is best for the end user. Secondly, this brand has a community. When you have a community and then you run ads, your CPMs are going to be cheaper as a byproduct, right? And then if you have historic data here, it's easy for me to come in as a consultant and scale this brand because I can look at, okay, what's been tested? What are the winners here? Let me reactivate these, just make a slight iteration. It's way easier to build on what's been proven to work than kind of backtrack and start something from scratch, which is what we're doing here, right? And then from there, we get data. Now we build on what's been working. So now I might expand on this offer and now add an additional upsell or additional cross-sell, or might even slap on a downsell, who knows, right? Maybe this is a specific SKU where it complements other areas. And with a brand that has a lot of SKUs, I have this luxury to come up with infinite bundles. So if you're a brand in this position, you should be aiming to hit multiple 7 figures a year, right? For this brand, I guarantee it, for Q4, we're gonna do insane numbers. We're gonna crush it, and I'll create another video following the case study of how we took this brand and scaled it even further to where we are today. But any brand across the board can see similar results if they put this framework into place. Raise your perceived value in the marketplace, be diversified across multiple channels once you've scaled your bundle pretty hard. Integrate your creative flywheel system from resources I've shared in the past, and then ultimately maximize your profit efficiency. Build in-house, gain that competitive edge. So with everything I shared, if you are a direct-to-consumer founder and you're interested in seeing similar results like I've covered before, you can feel free to look at our resources, our PDFs, our protocols, or white papers that cover and break this down way more in depth. But if you want to expedite the process and you want to work directly with me, feel free to put a call on my calendar down below, and from there we can see if you're a fit. If you're a fit, I'll make you an offer, and then we can go from there. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if there's specific topics you want me to cover, if you have any questions about what I covered, drop them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.